and welcome to the Alberniweather.ca podcast. My name is Chris Alberni, and we are going to look at the atmospheric river that is on its way and going to deliver a whole bunch of rain. So I'll start right off with the current temperature here. It's 9 degrees. That is obviously very nice and warm. Obviously, we're having some tropical air come in, so I would imagine that even down in Victoria and on the west coast, we'll look in a little minute here, but it's probably over 10 degrees, maybe 11, 12, 13. So it's warm out, and we're expecting to get plenty of rain in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then a bunch over the next few days. So first graph I wanted to show you here is this is the discharge graph from, I just want to make sure it says here, yeah. So this is the Ash River below Moran Creek is the hydrometric station. This is a tributary or a source for the Somas River in Port Alberni, which is a major river. You can see here we have a strong upward trend here in our output for water. And if I go back out here, and you can see these are all of the stations, water stations around the island. There's nothing that is currently in a real problem state, but you can see the green ones are ones that are already higher. So you can see the return period 1 to 2 years. That's not, in other words, it happens, on a 1 year to 2 year basis. So not unusual, but you can tell just from those that there are some that are already running fairly strong. So the River Forecast Center does have a warning out for a watch out for all of Vancouver Island. You can see it here. There's the flood watch in orange, and it extends through the entire south coast. So this is just issued this morning, 10:45. Just see what it says here. It says series of potent storms impacting coastal British Columbia. Initial storms have delivered 50 to 160 millimeters through most of the region since Friday. Current forecasting is indicating the next atmospheric river event to make contact later on Sunday through Monday, and another system from Monday into Tuesday. River conditions, rivers have risen, so as we saw in those little green dots, and are expected to experience periods of high flows into next week. Peak river levels are expected to occur in most areas on Sunday to Tuesday and may extend from Tuesday to Thursday for lake-driven rivers. So lake-driven being Sprout River, Somas. So on Vancouver Island, it says this includes the Gold River, Salmon River, Somas, Sprout Rivers, Englishman River, Qualicum River, Chemainus, Cowichan, and other surrounding rivers. So that's what we're up for in the next little while here. I just want to go back to the stream. I just want to look. So that was the Ash River one that I had before. This is the station for the Sprout River, so much closer to town. We'll just get a look for how the graph looks there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can see there's when it started to rain here on, was that the 24th? So that was Thursday. And then into Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, and then into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then today, Sunday. So rising as far as discharge levels and water levels. So we expect that to continue as we see these atmospheric rivers come through. So if you want to find a link to that, I'll put a link to that on my page under, it might even already be in there, under reports. So if you go into the reports menu tab, and you can find the River Forecast Center there it is. So if you go to River Forecast Center, you can find it there. if you go to current stream flow conditions and flood forecast monitoring, that's where you can find right at the very top map of current stream flow conditions. So that's where I went to find that little map and to find the graphs. So if you want to do that, you can do that. Okay. Now, I just want to check on the Environment Canada forecast. So we still have a special weather statement in effect for all of the areas in and around the South Vancouver Island. Amount 15 to 25 millimeters Sunday night for us in inland Vancouver Island. That's in addition to 5 to 10 today and another 10 to 15 tomorrow. And we have rain Monday night. Wednesday rain, Wednesday night periods of rain, Thursday night or Thursday periods of rain. So so right through to Thursday night, Friday, expect us to get a fair amount of rain. So let's look at that and see what we can expect from the models. Go to the 4K model here. I'll make this a little bigger. Okay, so for the first wave here, so this is this morning's model, starting at the 7 to 10 a.m. period Sunday. So you can see the it's expecting, by 10 a.m. That's the mass of precipitation coming towards the island. Right about now, 10 to 1 p.m. Is it's impacting onto the west coast, the northwest coast of the island. And then today, pretty much from now through to 4 o'clock, that's this model picture. It expects that that rain to pick up. So you can see what you want to look for is this long band. You can see it stretches all the way down here. This long band of moisture is going to kind of switch back and forth or kind of, well, you'll see once I add it on. You can see how it sort of moves back and forth across the island. Just going to slow that down a little bit here. Let's try that again. Oh, that is too fast. There we go. Let's try that. Yeah, that wasn't too great. Let's move out a little bit. It's too close, I think. So let's go to the 12 o'clock or 12 kilometer one. There we go. So if we look at this guy, hold on, there we go. It's taking its time. Here we go. So you can see how it moves back and forth across the island, and that's really what we want to look for is the places where that band of rain really concentrates and ends up being the most concentrated. So there's 4 o'clock on Sunday. So today in the afternoon, you can see it sort of spreads over the entire west coast of BC. And then it really starts to consolidate around midnight tonight or late tonight. You can see that band of moisture coming up from the south, and it starts to sort of wave over top of the island. So here it moves down in early morning on Monday, moves down closer towards Cowichan, gets stuck in there a little bit for a few hours, and then it starts to move back up the island a little bit. And Port Alberni is still in that area, so particularly Sprout Lake and Cameron Lake and those that would feed the Slomass River. It moves up towards the North Island, comes out of Port Alberni area there in the afternoon on Monday. So we might get a bit of a break Monday afternoon, but then it moves back across the whole island again, back down to the south part Monday night. And then it starts to move away as far as that one system. So really, there is a chance here that Port Alberni in particular, and maybe not Couch and Courtney, and Campbell River could see, the real meat of this as far as populated areas getting a lot of rain. So again, I'll just back it up. So here it is coming onto the island and moves on to the island this afternoon, right about now, and then starts to really focus in on the central island here. So you can see there's the Alberni Valley, and if I zoom in, there's the Alberni Valley right in just the southern part of it. Moves down a little bit of the island early Monday morning and moves a little further down. You can see that Port Alberni is still in that window of rain. It's also moved down into Cowichan by Monday morning, and then it starts to move back up the island a little bit later Monday morning. Moves back up the island. Port Alberni is still in the rain there, and then it moves further away. So we could see some significant rain here. Environment Canada is only predicting 30 millimeters or so, but if we see that really piling up in the mountains, and this is all going to fall as rain and will potentially melt a lot of the snow up there, that's where the real flooding threat is probably coming from. So let's see if I move out here, and we'll go to the super high resolution picture. Let's do the other one. So this is a 24-hour period. So this is an accumulation, and this one's always a little harder because it has a lot of gray in it. But this gray area here is Barkley Sound. There's the Alberni Inlet, and let me just grab a calculator because it's always good to have that handy when we're dealing with these. I really wish one day they will have both inches and millimeters on these maps. That would be very nice, but we'll deal with it for now. So you can see here, this is between 4 p.m. Sunday and 4 p.m. Monday, so that 24-hour period. And what we're looking for is those dark red areas, or orange areas. So you can see just at the head of Alberni Inlet here, we're into those dark red, light red, even orange down into near Sprout Lake. So if we look down at the scale here, that's around 2 inches. So that is, just to be properly metric, that's 50 millimeters. So I think this is predicting a little more than what Environment Canada is predicting for that 24-hour period, the next 24 hours. So it's predicting 50 millimeters. And if I move another 24 hours, then that's a little less. So that's good news. So this is in the blue here. If I go down, that's just around 1 inch. So that's 25 millimeters. So so that's not too bad for the Alberni Valley. 75 millimeters in the next 48 hours between 4 o'clock today and 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. So that's not too bad, but we definitely have to look at it and make sure that we keep an eye on the flooding potential from the rivers that are going to be high from the snow melt. Okay, one other thing I just wanted to mention. There is still a fair amount of downtime on the website because of just it's super busy. I do have a new web host coming online, hopefully next week, and I'll be moving the website to that web host, and I'm hopeful that that will make sure that it's able to handle the load. If you want to find me on social media, you can certainly do that. Just go to mstdn.ca/Alberniweather or at Alberniweather. And I'm always posting on there. I'll post information on there as it comes today, and as we see this move along. You can also find, if you use Signal, you can find us on Signal. So if you'd like to join just a private chat about weather and Alberni weather and sort of what's going on the island for weather, there's a few of us that are on an Alberni weather Signal chat. So if you'd like to be a part of that, shoot me a comment or an email, and I can send you the link for that. You can also find it on some of the previous blog posts. I'll put a blog post up for this YouTube video, but I think that's all that we need to see for now. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the Alberniweather.ca podcast. Please like and subscribe to the channel. The more you do, the more I'll be able to make. And yeah, then we'll see you in a little while. I'll probably post another podcast on Wednesday or Thursday, unless there's some major weather event, sort of more than what we're expecting. So see you again soon, and thank you for watching. Okay, bye.